Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Casher here at YS Stocks and Options. And this is another market forecast for you guys, brought to you by us, right? Check it out, right? So the first one I'm going to start with is IWM, the Russell 2000. And as you guys know, we said that the Russell 2000 was going to actually come a little bit down, just looking at what we saw for the volume and also the indicators, right? So last week, this is what we talked about. Give me 1 second. Want to see, make sure that we're seeing the. I want to see these fully right here. We got to see green, green, green. See this red, right? So here we are, right? So we spoke about the IWM, the Russell 2000, and the prediction that we had for the Russell 2000 was $159.64, right? As you guys can see here, that forecast is for October 10th, right? So this is what we saw, right? We know that the market itself, right? Each stock isolates and moves like a wave, right? Goes up, down, go up, down, right? And we usually call this as accumulation, advancing, distribution, declining, right? And then the cycle begins all over again, right? So that's what we saw here, right? The prediction was 159.64, October 14th. We went all the way up here, right? And as you guys can see here, this is a 21 moving average. 21 moving average, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We had a bearish, right? This is a bearish Harami right here, right? Bearish Harami, right? Then we had another bearish candle here. Looks like a tombstone, right? Another bearish candle, boom, Friday. Once we got the job data, what happened? Came all the way down. So what we're seeing right now, we're still seeing that the IWM, the Russell 2000, right, has a little bit more down to go, right? So as of now, it didn't hit our target last week. But remember, guys, we had this one forecasted for the 10th of October, right? There's really no change on what we anticipate the Russell 2000 to do. We see here that the CCI trending downward, right below the momentum line. That's a really good sign. This is stochastics, I meant to say. Stochastics is trending downward, good sign here, right? And a CCI is trending below the momentum line, bearish as well, right? Bearish candle, number one. Volume, that means the bulls here are not motivated enough, right? The bears are motivated, and we see this, right? This ETF going a little bit lower next week, right? So again, that's going to stay in place, 159.64 right, for the Russell 2000. Let's go to the Dow Jones Industrial. Similar situation that we saw with the IWM here, right? Stochastics still trending downward, right? Percentage K crossed the percentage delta here. For the downside, again, we saw boom, massive rally on Monday and Tuesday, and then we begin to see bearish Harami here, right? Another bearish candle right here at the 21 moving average, and bam, right? Friday when we received their job data, right, which came in really hot, right, hotter than expected. We saw a huge downtrend from 299 all the way to closing at 293, about $6, right? $6 movement. As you can see here, it's no change, right? Right. CCI trending below the momentum line, that's bearish, right? Volume here, bearish candle. And of course, the stochastics is bearish as well. And it's trading below the mean. We like to call the 21 moving average that we use as the mean. And if it's trading below the mean, we say that that's a bearish signal, right? Again, the forecast for this one is $282.47. And we have this one going all the way to the 13th of October. 13th of October. So what that means, right? Still got more time to go. That's exactly what that means for Dow Jones Industrial. Next one we're going to check out is the NASDAQ 100, or the triple Qs. And for the triple Qs, I did a two-part forecast for the triple Qs, right? Very similar story here that we saw in IWM and also the Dow Jones Industrial. Very similar story. We had some advancing going on here on Monday, Tuesday, right? Wednesday here, we had some, what's that? Distribution, right? Bearish, another bearish candle doing distribution, and then we had declining, right? So for the QQQ, NASDAQ 100, we had it forecasted for $263.17 by the 11th. That's the 11th, or next week, really, the end of next week, 11th October. It closed on Friday at 269. So we still have, you know, a few more, right? A few more pips, right? For us to have this one to be a successful trade. And then we said that right after it hit this area here, we're going to see it possibly pop, right? For the upside to retest this prior support area, right? Remember, prior support becomes what? Resistance, right? So we say it's going to come down and then it's going to come back up. So more to follow on this one. Stay tuned. We'll see how exactly it works out. But so far, though, everything's looking very favorable. Heavy volume here selling on Friday, right? That means that the bears are definitely motivated. So we anticipate this continue on Monday and Tuesday before we actually see what exactly happens with the volume and a possible right bounce to retest this support area that is now resistance. So the next thing that we're going to look at the VIX, right? I like to look at the VIX, the fear index, in order for us to truly determine what the S&P 500 is going to do. So I'm going to take you here to the VIX. You guys know that I have a long forecast on the VIX for $38.62, right? We haven't made it there yet, and this is for October 13th, right? October 13th. I'm actually going to move this one a little bit this way. A little bit this way, right? Shift it a little bit more. But this is what we saw, right? 21 moving average, right? We had the VIX, the fear index, really settled here, started to accumulate around the 21 moving average. It declined, it started to accumulate, and now it looks to advance. And if we know that if it's looking to advance, you can expect the market to do what? Yeah, exactly. You can expect the market to go down a little bit, because you know that the reciprocal of the VIX, right, is what happens to the market. So if the VIX is going down, you can anticipate the market to go up. And as the VIX goes up, the market to do the opposite. Here, what we see in the CCI, right, we had a quick bounce off the momentum line. It looks like it's actually trending for the high side. So if the VIX goes higher here, right, we can clearly see that the market should pull back. So let's check out the S&P 500. Not sure, yeah, look at that. I have these here because I traded the S&P 500 last week. These were my supply and demand areas. Very similar to the rest of the indexes, to be honest with you. Right, we had some advancing on Monday and Tuesday. We had some distribution here, right, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday with the job data. We had the S&P 500 actually pull back. No change at all, right? Still trending below the CCI, which is bearish. It's a bearish signal. We're still anticipating a little downshift, right? 349.52 is actually the price target for the S&P 500, which is SPY. And as you can see, the stochastics is still trending downward, right? So we got number one, bearish candle. Number two, volume, right? Increase in volume as far as the bears taking control. CCI, bearish, trading below and trending downward. Stochastics trending downward. Everything about this particular, right? This particular ETF, that the spider of the S&P 500, it lets us know that we have a little bit more downside to go, right? So we'll be looking for Monday and Tuesday to see where exactly it touches. So guys, this is the market forecast, the wise market forecast. Again, we always say, always practice logical emotions. Peace, be blessed. Hey, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, right? The Instagram is, our link is right there. Follow us in order for you to get daily tips on trading and also investing. Peace and be blessed. One.